Thank you so much, Sir Eliseo P. Villanueva, PhD from the College of Engineering. Well, I guess that means that I get to introduce or give up the name of our speaker, right? And it is truly a privilege. Help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Juan Van Dao.
Good afternoon, everyone. For now, I will present here my research. My title research is Proposed Floating House Design using plastic drum and flotation device for climate change adaptation. And my advisor is Professor Jeremy Esther Uncle. And first, I go to the introduction. The aggravating problems at present climate change, such as global warming, which result into glacial melting, hurricanes, and typhoons, are increasingly hit the interest of many researchers to conduct studies to plan solutions and mitigate the above global phenomenon. And here what about solution in other countries? What the solution to reduce the main climate change? Here I send you some review of the structure. This structure in Huron Lake in Canada, the foundation used by ponton by steel. And we have this another type of floating house used bamboo. And here is structure in the Netherlands. We have many types of the floating house. This is the floating village in Netherlands, and here is South of America. And this in Netherlands, we see foundation used by black concrete. So here are some example of the floating house. But carry out of just structure is the cost of the design. So how to find solution that the design should be suitable with the poor people. I found out the solution that to provide solution homeless victim affected. This design floating house by using 55 US gas gallon plastic drum as flotation device for residential area along riverbank. And here is model of my floating house. Here I want to share you a story of my floating house. My friend asked me a question that why your floating house so poor? And I asked him again, so what is your dream? Are you dreaming to have an expensive car, right? Or only a bicycle? He said, of course I dreaming to have an expensive car. Then I tell with him that, of course I know you are dreaming to have expensive car, but you have to know that beside after you, many people dreaming to have a bicycle, and also the house too. Even myself, I dreaming to have an expensive house, maybe in center of city, in department expensive. However, 1 year ago, plenty of family living without homeland. You can see that when by terminal of elegant city, yes, so 1 year ago, since Typhoon Shandong, we have plenty of houses there. So why I ask choose floating house? Is floating house is advantage significant? I go to advantage my floating house. My floating house is suitable structure for those who cannot afford to build a house under a lot. Mean that this structure is cheap and the design is made of available material. And this will be the best solution to reduce the risk and the waste in the flood prone area. It can be float in the water during high tide and settle during low tide. This is the best advantage of floating house. Whether your house is expensive, but when flood dry up, your house also underwater, right? But floating house will be float underwater. So besides the advantage, that could be disadvantage. The disadvantage of floating house that this cannot suitable for large structure or carrying heavy load. And this is not suitable with the area having strong current. For example, is in the sea. The density of water in the sea is higher than fresh water. However, the current of the sea water is not good to build a floating house there. And even to reduce the stability of the structure, however, the motion we cannot reduce 100%. So that's why the shaking motion somehow will be not comfortable with people. And here is my objective of study. This objective to investigate the parameter of floating house like buoyancy, stability, metacentric height, example, and to produce a conceptual floating house by using plastic drum as flotation foundation to determine material to be used. And finally, I think you want to know that's the gas of the design. So this is my theoretical framework. My theoretical framework follow fluid theory and the most important is the buoyancy or Archimedes principle. Yeah. And what about my computation? This computers follow this displacement load of structure. I have load from the roofing onto the foundation of the structure, and also buoyancy force was calculated and how buoyancy structure is stable and metacentric height. I don't have more time to explain for you what I do here, but however, you can see this my result. So my result that I have this displacement load like more than 4,000 kilonewton, and number of drum I compose like 45 pieces. The metacentric height 7.3 meter. In the theory, if the metacentric height mobile of center gravity means structure more stable. And I have wind speed 77.67 miles per hour. This is maximum wind load in Mindanao area according to National Structure Code of Philippines. I have wind force 1,917 and rotation is 4.2 degree. And here is kind of my design. This material, quantity, units, the gas, and total is less than 1,000 peso. Is like 85,000 peso. That's my gas design. About conclusion, this study find out the environmental importance of floating house by using recycled materials like 55 US gas laws. And the plastic drum are not stable in seawater with too high current, but is suitable for freshwater with water steady. About recommendation, the researcher recommended you put floating house in the water steady. And in the empty drum, we can put styrofoam inside to stack the strength of the drum. So it's not be made by pressure of water. Making a floating garden is a good idea. You look this picture. We can put up plant vegetable so that we can save food and time rather go to market. In Philippines, you do not have the law for you riverbank lake or floating house. So here recommend this law regulates the U riverbank and lakes of construction floating house. And now I have 5 minutes. I will present for you a short video, only 4 minutes. Please wait.
Vents and frame building foundation. All of the structure, a set of 55-gallon plastic drums are used as building foundation and device. Testing of the model floating house. First test, floating house in the City's Paradise Resort and Eco Park. September 17, 2012, the The first test was conducted on a steady, calm, fresh water surface. The weather was hot and fairly windy. Average wind speed was around 8 to 10 kilometers per hour. In normal condition, the depth of submergence is 34 millimeters. It was at a height of 692 mm. The depth of water is at 2 meters. The surface water velocity observed at 7 meters per second. On the other hand, an additional load is placed on the structure as 2 kilograms of weight was placed on top of the monohull house. Depth of submergence drones to 36 millimeters. And then a 4 kilogram weight was put on the model. Depth of submergence was raised to 38 millimeters. For the results, 2 kilograms are added to the model. Depth of submergence will be 2 millimeters. Hence, 200 kilograms is added to the prototype floating house. The depth of the submergence will increase to 2 centimeters. Second test, floating house waterfalls. Situated in the Imbalot Falls, Ruon in Uganda City, the second test for the model house was taken on the water having a strong current. The average surface water pressure is around 0.6 to 0.8 meters per second. Wind speed in the area was very low at the time of the test. These tests conducted to determine the capacity of the model floating house to withstand high water current. This test is also aimed to determine the high freeboard of the drums when it is floating in the water with strong waves. The model was tested in different ways.
So once again, that was our plenary speaker, Mr. HongQuan Colloquium, with his very interesting research as well as presentation, which I'm sure we all enjoyed, right? Okay, so I'm sure that at this point you have plenty of questions for him, as I think we can all see the potentials of his research, right? So you may ask your questions, but I will have to call in a friend from the School of Computer Studies to assist me in the forum. So please help me welcome Mr. Alkit Takulin.
I'm Dr. Josefina Tabundong, Faculty of the College of Education. I'm fascinated with the presentation. I was a Sendong victim. Our house was totally flooded and partially damaged. So I am curious about that floating house. My question is, how would you ensure the durability of that house? How many years would it be useful? And the safety of the people dwelling in that house?
Thank you, Mom, for interesting question. Your question is how long my floating house went alive, right? So, okay. Every structure you have the disadvantage. So, any structure can be the best. Doesn't depend on lifespan of the structure and the environment where to put up the structure. So in this case, floating house, we know that it should be put in the water. In water, you have tide water that is